You're always talking about community.
Yes.
Why?
That's the foundation of every people. We live in a time today when sometimes we get deceived by the bling and glamour we see. Right? There's a lot of messages out there today telling people, oh, to be successful, you need to be rich. To be successful, you must make money. You must have material things. Yes, that is important. I won't lie to you. It's better to cry in a Mercedes than on a bicycle.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's very important to understand that the human being is wired, have value, and the ability to grow from within, from interaction with other human beings.
Boss, welcome to Toridey.
Hey, Toridey, man. Always a great plumping pleasure and honor being on the platform, Papa. And by the way, you look royal. You look exquisite. In fact, just looking at you, I can tell that you are heading somewhere significant. You should dress more often like this.
Really?
The toggle was made for you, Masa. When I walked into the studio this afternoon, I looked at the outfit and I thought to myself, I think I should be the one interviewing you today, not the other way around.
I should not let...
Yeah, no, you should not fight. You should not fight, Papa. I love it.
Brother,
I love
thank you for
it's a
coming.
great pleasure. No, the honor and pleasure is always mine. You know, every time we have a chance to impact our community, every time we have a chance to share experiences, share knowledge, share learnings, it's very powerful. So whenever you give me the call, I will always create time for you because I know exactly what you're trying to do. I'm a big fan of yours. I love where you are taking the vision to, and I love the impact it has already started creating in our community. I was watching the show yesterday, and you had Raphael Gine on the show. I mean, I was sitting there and thinking, boy, we have people. Yeah. We have people who can learn from. We have people who can inspire others to do great things. Yeah. We have people who can change minds and change perceptions and be able to get people to destinations that up until now we only dream about. So being on the platform, it's a great honor. It's a great pleasure. I'm excited.
Boss, that me, I really get for thank you coming here, especially with the sacrifices you make every time we are supposed to make. And also I owe you like 2 or 3 trips, but I'll definitely
yes.
I owe you like 2 or 3 trips. I'll definitely make those trips. And again, also I want to thank you what you do for community, because people don't feel understand the sacrifices. They know fit, but me I did for the milieu, especially looking at your work. You starting off as, because you had something already in you, but then for actually put that thing out there, you needed to learn certain things.
Absolutely.
The skills, photography, videography, audio, and all of that. And then when I look at your progress, I'm like, wow, it's obvious you are so passionate.
Yes.
About helping our community. Now the reason why I give a thank you. Now the reason why it's difficult for me to sit and go for days without checking on your page, your YouTube, your Facebook, what has it posted. Because trust me, you'll be actually the motivation with some of we they go to every morning, every now and then.
Oh wow. That's
I don't
very
know.
humbling.
Yeah. You know if you know. By the way, that's the thing in our community. People don't usually talk. We just go out there, enjoy the content, and then sit quiet. But before we continue, man, make sure say the volume they okay.
Yes.
If the volume they okay, we go ahead and share. Okay, the volume they okay. So if we go ahead and share, and then if we
let me just
if we jump now for the conversation. But how was the travel though along the way?
Not bad. You know, I hear you talk about sacrifices. To me, it's very small sacrifice. Because a lot of what I have, a lot of what I am, somebody gave me. In life, most of what you will get, somebody will give you.
Wow.
And we'll get to that in a little bit. Let us first of all share.
Share the video.
Yes.
Guys, for those who are watching already, we have my boss, Gustav B. Achu, the giant man with the giant voice, giant mindset, and he's doing everything possible to make sure when he leaves 200 years from now, when he's not here, we'll have as many as possible Gustav B. Achus. That is what building the community is all about. That is what building the community should be. We need to make sure the things we wish our forefathers did, our grandkids will not wish we did them. So we have to do everything to lay the foundation. I don't even know if we're still at the foundation or we are building already, but whatever the case, let's just do what we have to do to get things to where they are supposed to be. For those who are watching, please go ahead and share. Go ahead and share. Go ahead and let us know where you're watching from. Like I said, we are always broadcasting from Dikomebalui. It's somewhere in the southwest region, whatever. And Dian Division. Boss Gustav, where are you? Where are you broadcasting from?
I'm broadcasting from downtown Santa, of course. No, it's always that's a good one. That's a good one. Just through you, a lot of people now globally will start asking the question, but where's Balowe, right?
Yeah.
And now you're going to find out exactly where it
Yeah.
is. And that's the power of what you do and what we do, right?
Yeah.
It creates exposure. It also creates a platform for people to learn new things about new cultures and new people and selling ourselves.
Very true.
As a people, one of the things we've always struggled with from the very way we were brought up, right? We were brought up to be very humble, to not be assertive, to wait to be given permission to speak, to wait to be given permission to assert yourself, to be told what to do. But the world in which we live today, you have to sell yourself.
Wow.
You have to sell your country.
Wow.
You have to sell your culture. You have to sell your brand. Those are some of the things we'll be talking today. And we'll be able to help people understand what it is going to take if you want to win going forward from 2024 upwards.
Wow.
The marketplace has changed. The game has changed. And everyone who is intending to win has to understand the new economy, has to understand the new social platform, has to understand the new indices and pillars that are going to determine the winners of today and tomorrow.
Very true. And just the other day, I was having a conversation with someone. Why would what they call Elon Musk buy Twitter for how many billion? And then change the name from Twitter to X.
Absolutely.
We must start having concerns about why did he do that? There's a rebranding going on? Is it like it's going to help him make more money from Twitter, from former Twitter, now X?
Absolutely. Absolutely, Toridey. Listen, in the 1950s, right, coming all the way to the 90s, it was all about oil. Right? Wars in the Middle East. War in Libya, all this Algeria, all these places trying to get oil. You know what it is today going forward?
No.
Eyeballs and attention, sir.
Wow.
Eyeballs and attention. That is why Elon Musk is spending billions to go get X. So he has an outlet where he can impact minds and he can impact people. Do you know one of the biggest media companies in the world today is owned by a YouTuber called Mr. Beast? Mr. Beast has 250 million subscribers. Listen to this. I watched the podcast he was on the other day, and they asked him, how much would you accept as an offer for your YouTube channels? He said, people have already offered me $2 billion. I turned it down. And the guy said, what?
Whoa.
You turned $2 billion? He said, yes. Because when I do the extrapolation, I see what is possible for me. In 10 years, I will probably be worth about $100 billion. Why should I take $2 billion now?
Today.
I don't know if I make sense. Something is happening, Toridey. That is why your platform is very powerful. You see, one of the reasons why we are behind as a people is because we don't pay attention to the places where the key information comes out from. If today you were talking about a controversial topic, you have 1,000 people on the line. Right? But you are talking here, you are bringing people. I watched you the other day, you brought Rafael Gine. This is a guy who's been able to get real estate development to over 1,000 Africans sitting on future wealth today. And I saw about 40, 50 people watching him. And I said, we have a big problem. We got to change. If we don't change, we're going to be left behind. I always tell people, tears will bring you sympathy, but only sweat will bring you results. My brother.
We'll get to River today. Like every time I hear you're coming, man, I'm so excited. God has a reason why we live hours away, but I know so with time we'll find way. Especially once we set you up, we'll find way every now and then we can have you on Toridey to share and bless our community. Boss.
Yes, sir.
I know almost every person who watch the live know you, but for the few, for respect that 2-3 people,
absolutely.
Yeah, tell them your names, where you from, and what you do.
Absolutely. So, my name is Gustav B. Achu. I live out in Austin, Texas, of course, but I'm originally from Cameroon, a proud son of Cameroon, and Africa, of course. In terms of work, I worked primarily before now as an IT professional. That was my job. But my work, I am a life coach. I help people navigate life challenges, number one. I also work with mindsets to get people to perform peak. And I also help people with personal finance coaching and inspiration and motivation. That is what I do. Wow. So I'm a very community-oriented person, a father of 3, beautiful family surrounded by my wife, children. I have a lot of sisters, a lot of brothers, and I have great extended family like you. And being on your platform today is a great privilege, a great opportunity.
You're always talking about community.
Yes.
Why?
That's the foundation of every people. And I'll tell you why it's very important, right? We live in a time today when sometimes we get deceived by the bling and glamour we see, right? There's a lot of messages out there today telling people, oh, to be successful, you need to be rich. To be successful, you must make money. You must have material things. Yes, that is important. I won't lie to you. It's better to cry in a Mercedes than on a bicycle. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
But it's very important to understand that the human being is wired to have value and the ability to grow from within, from interaction with other human beings. That is why many years ago, there was when Amazon really became very popular, like 10, 12 years ago, there was a fear that brick and mortar stores are going to close down, all of them. And that's true. Some has, but you can see that people moved fast towards online purchasing and buying. But finally, one company is that company that taught me something about the power of community, and they are called Best Buy. You know what Best Buy did? The rest of the other retail companies were going ahead and building massive online presence. Best Buy was instead hiring more customer service agents in their store. So because Best Buy is a Minnesota-based company, so their headquarters in Minnesota. So when they interviewed the CEO at that time, the guy said, listen, we are going to go online. We are already going online. We have an online presence. But at the end of the day, we know that human beings want to talk to another human being. So people are going to go to Amazon and see a computer. They are going to go to Amazon and see a camera, but they will come to Best Buy for Toridey, who is a sales guy in Best Buy, to give them that computer to hold in their hand, to ask questions about that computer, to take the camera and try before making that purchase. Where are they going to make the purchase? Yes, Amazon still has its purchases, but that's how it succeeded. So when you're talking about community, why community matters is because community is what defines your history and what defines your future. If not, how would you explain that at different points in our lives, we've seen the demise of some really popular, successful, rich people? Somebody like the artist who was formerly called Prince. He has a massive estate in Chanhassen in Minnesota. And this guy dies alone in his home. He is worth over $700 million. He dies alone in his home. So you ask yourself, where is the community? Where are the people who are his people? Where are the people who are there for him, right? So to me, community is very important because that is what really defines our existence, especially for most of the people who may be living in foreign lands, like you and me right now. We have an anchor in our home where we come from, which is our country of birth, which is always going to be a part of our history and our destiny. And I say that very intentionally, because when you leave your house to go to the farm and farm, you don't consider the farm your new home.
That's true.
You have to find a way to go back home. That is why it's part of our history and our destiny. And that is part of our community. And that is why community is big to me. Because without community, impact doesn't happen. Without community, change doesn't happen. Without community, the future is not certain.
Boss, you have a way of digging into these things, and it's not only educating, It's entertaining. It's interesting. And I'm glad people like you are out there and just pushing and pushing and pushing, even though our community is slow. A good reason I should just start reminding our people, we have to encourage people, like, because the only thing you gain from this, you're one of the persons, I don't think I've ever had a conversation with you about how I can start making money on my YouTube channel or monetize my Facebook page. No, you're always like, oh, Toridey, how can I get this message to our people? How can I share what I've learned? You read books, you watch videos and all of that, and all you worry about is how can I share this with our people? That is where they come in. They have to subscribe to the YouTube channel. They have to follow you on Facebook. They have to comment. They have to share every time they see your content or every time you put out content. Like I was telling them, I wake up every day and one of the things I do, Gustav Achu.
Thank you, sir.
You are enough.
Thank you.
I want to see what he has posted.
Thank
And
you.
now I will talk to one and I shade for Mrs. F. The difference between me and him, first of all, you look at the person. Whether he's 6 foot tall, I don't know. Then the voice. And then they're always looking clean. They're always looking classic. And then they open your mouth and it's wisdom. Why would you not follow? Why would you not share him with other communities?
Thank you.
Why would you not pick up one of his videos and then you just show it to a colleague at work, a friend, you guys are having dinner or something? Hey guys, check out this guy.
Absolutely.
That's it. Let them decide whether they want to follow him or not. But that is what we must continue to do as a community, to put our own up there. It's not even about our own. It's about quality. It's about what he's saying that can actually help us build a better community.
And thank you very much for that, Toridey. And the reason why it's important, I think what you said, why it's important is because, I mean, I put videos out there on my YouTube channel, you know, and when I go out and I look at the statistics on my YouTube channel, the analytics, right? Yeah. I have a lot of people who tune into my videos from India, from Australia, from Ghana, from Sierra Leone, from Cameroon, Nigeria, you know, Germany, all over the world. Yeah. And yes, it's important. Community is important. There is no doubt. Where we come from is critical. Yeah. But what everyone also needs to understand is that thanks to the internet, the world is now really, truly a global village.
Very true.
Right? You might be sitting there and thinking, when I come on your platform and we talk, yes, we want to be able to talk to the people of the origins where we come from. But we know that our message goes beyond that.
Of course.
We know that our message impacts every human being who breathes because there are facts about life. And those facts appeal to any human being because it is tested, it is proven, and it has been executed upon time and time again. So I certainly appreciate you calling out on, you know, the support. That is really where, I think last week I put up a post on Facebook saying, anybody who is wondering about what Christmas gift to buy for a family member or a friend who is an entrepreneur, who is in business, any kind of business, just support their business and give them a positive review. That's enough. Yeah. So for somebody like Toridey, the way you support his business, he's not selling anything material. What he is selling are ideas and advice and inspiration and a platform. So you share his platform, you subscribe to his channels, you follow him on Facebook. That is how you buy. So if you, for example, if you subscribe to my channel, not only because I said so, but because you find value in what I do, that is valuable, more valuable to me than buying me a shirt or than buying me a pair of tennis shoes to say Merry Christmas. I don't say that is not important. That is important too. But we also have to start thinking of where value really lies. What is value? How does it produce something that today, tomorrow, and the years after is going to make sense? I was watching a series you had about 2-3 days ago with the popular Nigerian actress, Stella Damashos. And you said something that hit me like a brick wall, not because I didn't know about it, but I said, finally, somebody else is catching up to this. You talked about 200-year plan. Do you know that the hair regent today in Saudi Arabia, the present prince of Saudi Arabia, who is going to replace the king, you know the first thing he did once he was made the crown prince? He put together the top brains of Saudi Arabia and told them to give him a 100-year plan for Saudi Arabia. Wow. Not a 10-year plan, not a 20-year plan, not a 30, a 100-year plan. And by the time they get into the 20th year of that 100-year plan, he's going to move it by another 50 years. So it will be a rolling 150-year plan. We must think like that. The successful people think like that. The successful nations think like that. We cannot only think about Friday and Saturday. We cannot think about TGIF, thank God it's Friday. No, we must think like that. That is why it's important for us, if we want to support our entrepreneurs, we want to support people in our community. I'm not saying we should support mediocrity, no. But I'm saying that if we want to show people that we appreciate them, let's support the initiatives they do. If it's not only, even a good word is a lot of support.
Very true.
You don't have to buy something from a vendor to support them. By you even talking about them within your friends, that is massive support, because it guarantees notoriety for a long period of time.
Very true.
Are we together?
Very true.
Awesome.
Oh God, I see my wonderful people watching. I see Mbole Kane. Mbole Kane, you're always there. And I think Mbole Kane is a big Gustav B. Achu fan.
I'm a bigger fan of hers.
Oh, Mbole Kane, did you just hear
fan.
that?
She is. I follow her. She's a great blogger.
Yeah.
She's very organized.
Yep.
She's very intentional.
Yep.
She's been doing what she's been doing professionally for many years.
Yep.
Quietly.
Yep.
Doing the right things.
Yep.
Avoids getting into unnecessary conflict. Takes the route of empowerment, building brains, building minds, empowering the community, and putting out quality stuff. Bole, you have a fan out here.
It's coming directly from someone who knows you so well. And then we have my brother DJ King, who is watching from Dallas. By the way, DJ King is having a wonderful, he's planning a wonderful end of year event. And it's going to be huge. Any person around Dallas, you want now, you want to spend. I know somebody will go to church. But if you have that church, we make sure they come with it. Bay is watching. Sylvia, always they're very, very supportive. Thank you very much. Thank you for everything. Love you. I have my brother Silas watching. I have that last name, I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Atso or Essa?
Oh, Niato.
Yeah, Niato.
Oh, that's my brother from Minnesota.